You have completely earned this. 100% earned this. Now, here's the deal. Nobody has more heart than this group. Nobody we're going to play has worked harder, is more prepared, has more heart, has more cojones. Not a one person. Not a one team. All right? Hey, man, get back. Sorry. All right? Now, here's the gig. All right? We don't have any team meetings, but we do have 3 more left. When we pop champagne after the division series, when we pop champagne after the championship series, and when we pop champagne at the World Series.
Now, the goggles, as we all have learned over the years, are very important. But you know what? As we see the celebration start in the Cardinals clubhouse, I just got to say this, because I thought about this even when the magic number was going down. Is Rick, 2 guys, I'm happy for the Cardinal fans, the organization, all these players. But for number 4 and number 50, I'm so happy towards the end of their careers that they're going back to the playoffs.
Happening again, right?
Yep.
And it just seems like it's something we got so used to. I just wish they'd enjoy this moment.
Awesome.
Let's get back to clubhouse as Jim Hayes is with Paul Goldschmidt.
The fact that you guys got to handle your own business, what does that mean to this ball club? You got to get a W today.
We need a little help, these last couple games, and but we were able to hold on, and we knew if we could play well today and get the win, it was ours, and just happy to do it.
When you knew that you were being traded to the Cardinals, did you think of something like that possibly happening?
Exactly. This is what everyone dreams of. This is where you want to be. You want to have a chance to win the World Series, and we got our chance. We just, need to take advantage of it.
How good has Jack Flaherty been, not only since the All-Star break, but today?
Incredible. We've leaned on him. We've jumped on his back, his shoulders, his arm. It was huge for us.
Thanks for the time. Waino, this is not a scouting report. You were one of the guys that had said something like this was coming. You had faith the whole time. Why?
Well, you had good players. It's easy to have faith in your team when you have good players. We were underperforming in the first half. I think everybody knew that. Woo, my head's cold right now. I love that. And that's why I kept saying that, just be patient. It's going to come because we have good players. And good players eventually end up playing good most of the time. This is a complete group. We've had years where we were close, but we were missing something. This year we've got all the pieces. We just got to go out and perform.
The team handled it.
Somebody's life today. Yeah. Way to go.
Derek Gould saved someone's life. The team handled it pretty well when there was a slow start. Things weren't going well. We didn't see a lot of panicking.
No, again, we had good players and a good team, good team chemistry. You have good players, you got good team chemistry, great things happen.
What can you say about Jack Flaherty? Not only what he did today, where he helped lock it down, but what he's done really since the All-Star.
Best second half I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like that. I saw Jake Arrieta do it from afar a couple years ago, but that's the closest I've ever seen to anybody doing something like that before. There's nothing in it. But it was just incredible. I told him today, I said, hey, is your season over? Yeah. He said, is your season over? He said, no. I said, that's exactly right. We'll celebrate this today. We'll get back to work in a couple days.
Bueno. We'll get Jose. 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 How good does it feel that you guys took care of the Cubs, posted a win, and handled your own business?
This is amazing. It don't matter what team we face out there. I think the matter is we did it, and all the doubt on the season, all the stuff, what the people talking, whatever they didn't believe in us,
I want to see your eyes here.
We're here, and I said it from the first day. I said it from spring training. We're good, and we got a great group of guys, and we're going to do it. We're here, and we're going to make more to come.
You were one of the guys, you didn't like it when there were a lot of folks criticizing you guys and also doubting you guys. It seemed like you guys used that as fuel.
It's never a doubt. It was never a doubt. It's a great group of guys. We're family here, and we stood together till the end. And this is the end. It's actually the beginning of a lot of things.
Thanks for the time. All right, now put these back on. Hey, Matt. Hi.
Hey, Joe.
Matt Carpenter, a big 3-run homer. So tell me something about this team where others didn't necessarily believe you'd get to this point, but you guys never lost faith.
No doubt. I mean, this is a resilient group, a tough group, a close group, a group who's pulling for each other, a group who's got a ton of players that can play the game, and a staff who supports us. So it's a special group, and we're just getting started.
Was there ever a point this season where you or your teammates thought, well, maybe this isn't it?
Not one time. Not one time. Even during our toughest stretch in May when we weren't playing like we knew we were capable of, not one time did we lose sight of our goal, and that was to win this division and get a chance to try and win a World Series. And here we are today, and we got that opportunity.
Big 3-run home run for you today. Also, obviously, against the Cubs, the big home run. What does it feel to make these kind of contributions for you, just from a personal standpoint?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, I'm living in the present moment and in what I can do for our team each day. And I'm stepping up to the plate every night, looking to try to help us win a ball game. And the further we go, the more important these games get. And I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Matt Carpenter, thank you.
Thank you.
Jimmy, thank you. Jimmy, the pro, helping Jose get his mask back on. But the other thing is, you just point out before we came on, is, this is the first time Mike Schultz has been the manager and you win. He needs to work on his bartending skills here and open that champagne a little quicker.
What a fantastic speech, but I don't know, he had a little trouble getting
You gotta take the medal off first, then you can pop the cork.
Whoever got that bottle to him, whatever club he was that's in trouble.
Yeah,
He's
well,
in
just
trouble.
fix it next time. It's all right. And like he said, hey, this is a great celebration. We're going to celebrate again and again and again, and that's what it's all about. I'm, so jealous. I'm thirsty right now, actually.
Me too.
Seeing all that happen, man. Good for these guys.
That's what it's
They're
about.
enjoying it. You know this. It's a long season, and they've talked about it, the ups and downs throughout the year. Here it is, right here. Go back to
No,
work.
you're exactly right. I think what Jose Martinez said, I only understood half of it, but they're here. They are here, and I think they did use that as fuel that we didn't go get someone.
All right, guys, let's go back to the clubhouse and check in with Erica Weston.
First of all, congratulations. You look pretty good on those ski goggles. How's that champagne taste in your eyes?
It's all right. It's worth the pain, right now. It's been an awesome feeling, I can't wait to get started with these guys.
You guys saved it all for game 162, but decided in convincing fashion. How incredible was Jack's performance out there today?
He's been awesome. He's been so fun to watch the last 14 starts in the second half. He's just been amazing for this team, and, he's really carried us, and, and he's been that #1 starter that we've needed, and, he's been awesome. I can't wait to see him compete in the postseason.
Ryan, how do you describe your journey personally? You guys clinched the Central Division today in game 162. You got called up, and now your first year with the Bigs. Here you are going to the postseason.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I've been with the team off and on all year, and just to be able to contribute, and help the team win. It's been an unbelievable feeling, and I can't wait until we get started in the playoffs.
Congrats, Ryan. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Tommy, how good does this feel for you?
Oh, so much fun. Most fun I've had playing baseball, for sure.
I think a lot of people say, where did Tommy Edman come from? That the numbers you've been here have put up since really a short amount of time. Where did that come from?
I mean, I think it's always been there. I just had the confidence coming up, and obviously Schultz had the confidence to keep putting me in there. Struggling a little bit in there, and just came through at the end.
How much do you feed off the veterans?
Yeah, they're awesome. I mean, their leadership in this clubhouse is huge. They kind of just showed throughout the year. Whenever we have a tough stretch, they just kept us in. It showed the resilience to keep us in the games, and we just always knew we had a chance.
You guys had to get a little help from the Rockies, but I know it meant something to you to get the W today and put an end to this.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was great that we had our fate in our own hands today, and to come back and have a dominant win like that was awesome.
Thanks, Tommy.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
I got no one. Harrison, can we grab you real quick? So, Central Division champions. How good does that sound?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, I heard this was fun, but this is the most fun I've ever had in my life. So couldn't have done it with a better group, man. I mean, it's been a ride, but it feels like day one. So the journey's about to begin, baby. Let's do it.
I didn't think of you as a goggles guy. I thought you would go without goggles.
Goggles are up. They're just for show, though. They look
just for show. All right, because your eyes are burning. They're red. So.
Yeah, I can't see.
Whoa.
I can't see anything. So yeah, I mean, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it.
Tell me about this ball club. You've been through some things. You lose a closer. Things weren't going well at one point. I think people were down to you. What kept you guys moving forward?
I mean, resiliency, man. It's just such a powerful group. Everybody here plays with their heart, and that kind of opens everything up for us. So, had some ups and downs, but at the end of the day, what matters is after 162. So, look where we are, man. It's unbelievable.
For you, ups and downs, you get sent down to figure some things out, but back you are, and here you are popping champagne.
Yeah, it's amazing. All I wanted to do when I got sent down was just come back and just help contribute. So, I just hope I did that as best I could. I'm just going to continue to do the same exact thing, man. Just take it pitch by pitch. This is an unbelievable ride, and I'm going to enjoy every second of it with these guys.
And again, that's just for show. You're not using them for
show. I'm not soft.
Thank you, Harris.
Yeah, baby.
Congratulations. 2019 Central Division champ says that's it.
I know he's wet.
It burns. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How good does this one feel? Clinching on game 162.
It's amazing. These guys have worked extremely hard. Staff, players, everybody has put everything into this season. It came down to the last game, but it's a beautiful thing. This was an awesome game.
First season here as the bench coach, sidearm to Mike Schilt. His first full season at the helm with the Redbirds. What can you say about the work that he and you guys as a whole coaching staff has done to turn this club around?
The preparation that has gone into this season, starting in the off-season, is unbelievable. Schilt, as our leader, has done an unbelievable job. I love going about him with him every day. This is amazing.
What do you think about Jack today?
I mean, Jack was Jack. He just dominated, threw up zeros, and then our offense did what our offense does, and we're having a little bit of fun right now.
What's the ceiling for this ball club? You'll meet the praise in the postseason. You got a few days to celebrate. What's the ceiling for this team?
The ceiling, we set out to win a World Series, and that's what we're bound to do.
Congrats, Ollie. Enjoy this.
Thank you.
Erica is a brave soul.
Yeah, it's a little bit drier over here, but the party's over there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're just jealous, Tom.
Nobody's off limits. Nobody's off limits.
Right, absolutely.
What birds?
It's all about.
You guys, we just, before Erica with Ollie Marmol there, you have like guys like Helsley and Edmond and Harrison Bader. Look, they haven't won at this level, but Rick, they have experience winning. Remember the last 2 years, PCL champions, a lot of those guys with those Memphis ball clubs.
No, they have, so they're used to celebrating. But listen, no matter if you've done it down there or not, there's nothing like doing it up here in the big leagues. And your first time here is something you'll never forget. And after you get to taste that, regular season baseball, because I don't want to call it boring, but mundane, boring, sort of like that. All you want to do is get back to this moment and have a chance to get back into the playoffs.
It is a different feel. Like, I remember the first time throwing a strike in the postseason, and there were cheers like crazy. I'm like, I didn't walk 4 guys in a row, but, like, that's how into it. Like, everybody is every single pitch, and these guys have stepped up. Tommy Edmonds specifically, I mean, that's a guy. The Cardinals don't win this division if it's not for the efforts of a guy like Tommy Edmonds. He steps up big time. Every single thing they asked of him, he was able to do, and I feel like he's going to do it on the big stage as well.
Agreed. Yeah, no doubt about it. He has been huge. Mike Schilt has been huge for the turnaround for this organization. Let's hear from him. It's brought to you by the Painting and Decorating Foundation, as he's with our own Erica Weston.
Mike, first of all, congratulations. I have to imagine never a doubt in your mind that this team had a chance to win the Central Division.
No, never. I mean, you know, that's the thing about this group, that so much respect, admiration, all the superlatives. You know, when you have a group, and it's, you know, candidly, it started after the end of last year. So it wasn't a real happy group. And, you know, they laid it all out there, and what I loved about it was, didn't love it, but what I appreciated about it was right when the season ended, the guys didn't want to go home after a long season. And a disappointment, they were like, they felt unfulfilled. And they dedicated their off-season. The staff did a tremendous job. A lot of kudos to our staff. They're first rate, but we just do our jobs. You know, it's about the players. But they dedicated themselves in the off-season. They made sure that they came to spring training ready to go. And they absolutely did every single thing they could do on a daily basis to do something for the greater good, and that's this team. They're very sincere about us doing what we're doing now, and that's celebrating and winning this division. And when you have a group that's dedicated and they care more about the greater good than they care about themselves, and they have talent, and they're going to do it every day and give you effort, that's a special, special combination.
Not without any drama. You guys clinch at home, game 162, but you're able to do it here at home in front of the best fans in baseball. How gratifying is that?
I mean, you know, you can't script it much better. You know, can't thank our fans enough. You know, just I know how much it means to them too, and we know we're excited to move forward for them as well. But you know, candidly, I've been up here. This will be my 3rd year, and I'll tell you, some of the most frustrating nights I've had, which is not many because I just embrace and love this organization so much, but I'll be darned with the couple of times I've seen teams celebrate on our field to win a championship. That didn't settle real well with me, and it's nice to be able to do what we're supposed to do, and that's win here.
No surprise, you give Jack the ball today, game 162. He goes out and spins an absolute gem. He has just been absolutely incredible, and there is no ceiling for him as far as the postseason is concerned.
There's not. He did a tremendous job in control the whole way, and shoot, I can't say enough about what job Jack did, and guys showed up across the board, but Jack set the tone.
Congratulations, Mike.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.
All right, Erica, Mike, and thanks so much. And there you see, remember, Mike Schilt taking over that Sunday before the All-Star break, first on the interim tag, and of course, it was just a month and a half later, he wound up being the manager of the St. Louis Cardinals. And these numbers, Mr. Thompson, very impressive.
They really are, and I like what he talked about there at the end of the year last year. It wasn't a really happy group. I mean, he had to change a lot of things when he took over, and certainly, Rick, you hit on the fact that the base running, the defense, those things. But overall, he had to change the feel around the ball club, and he's done that. Great communication, a great leader. And look, you're seeing what all that hard work and all that dedication has done.
Yeah, the culture. He came in and changed the culture, and you can see that there's trust in the communication and how well these guys are rallying around each other. And that's the biggest thing when you talk about a winning ball club, especially when you have guys go down and when you're going to have guys step up, a Tommy Edmer, whoever, to take place of those guys. It's to me, it comes from the culture. It comes from everybody being around behind each other and trusting each other.
All right, guys, let's go back to the celebration across the street as Jim Hayes is with Paul DeYoung. Jimmy?
Paul, a lot of pieces fell into place for you guys. I haven't asked anyone about the bench mafia. I see guys down the stretch with the bench mafia, eye black, what does the bench mafia do for this ball club?
They bring the energy. They're watching the game. They're contributing, talking to the pitcher, things like that. Just trying to give us some energy and so we can go out there and have fun and kind of break the tension up.
This season, when things weren't going that well, even keel, even when things were going better, I didn't see people going crazy and everything. What is it about the way this team handles things?
We knew we were a second half team. We knew last year we won the best team in the NL in the second half. Coming in this year, we knew we had our workout cut out for us, but it was all worth it. All worth it, thanks, Dex. We stuck together. We didn't panic. We knew we had a good foundation, and we just kept building off of it.
Thanks, I appreciate it, Paul. Let's bring in Colton. Behind him, Waka, Carlos Martinez. All right, Colton, so the hamstring, you said if they needed you today, you were available. They didn't need you. That's good news.
That's great news, man. I mean, this team has been battling all year long. We've been fighting all year long, and it's one of those things, man. Next guy up. Obviously, I went down with an injury. Carp steps up big time. So, it's one of those things. Our team is good. We know how good we are, and it's just fighting.
Walker ran away. He hit and ran me. Tell me something about this ball club, because I got the feeling you guys never doubt it would culminate with this.
Not once. Not once. Ever since May, everyone kind of counted us out. We knew that we were a good team. We knew that eventually things would come together. This is baseball, man. You win some, you lose some, but you never give up confidence, and we never did.
In terms of your hamstring, when can we see Colton Wong back doing? Because I thought, all right, they could probably use you pinch hit, lay down a bunt. When can we see you doing more stuff, do you think?
I'm ready to go. Obviously I got 4 days now to get ready to go, so it's going to be, up to Sheldon how he wants to throw his lineup out there, but, with those 4 days, I know I'll be good to go.
Thank you, Colton.
All right, Jimmy Colton, thanks so much. All right, so as we get set for postseason play again here in St. Louis, Cards and Braves coming up on Thursday. And, Rick, there we see the experience, or you can even say lack thereof, for the Cardinals heading into postseason play this year.
You know what I like about our team, though, is whether you outfield, infield, starting pitching, or the bullpen, there's a veteran that's been in the postseason in each one of those areas. Because a lot of times those clicks end up hanging out together. Well, during the game, those clicks are definitely going to be together, and you have a veteran who's been there in each place.
It is big to have a leader. It's big to be able to have somebody that you can go to at any given time. And a lot of times, you don't have to ask questions. They know when to come to you. Yeah. They know when to slow things down. I know that happened on my first postseason. You got guys like Jim Edmonds, even if he's not like my, Isringhausen was another guy. Izzy would slow it down. But, hey, this is what you should expect. This is what's going to happen. And, man, for a young player, that helps out a ton.
No, I think, go ahead. No, I was going to say, you know, the big thing for a young player is just to stay within yourself. I think what happens is you can get exposed when you get over-aggressive, try to make plays that you're not usually expected to make. You know, just stay within yourself, make the plays you're supposed to make, and stay right there, you'll be fine.
You know a guy that knew that was going to make the playoffs? He started his playoff beard even in spring training. That's John Brebbia. He's with our own Erica Weston right now.
Okay, now we're in the right spot. We're in the right setup in front of your locker. First of all, congratulations. 2019 Central Division champs. That must sound pretty good.
Sounds really good. Yeah, that was the goal, and you know, goal number 1, and we got it, so that's good.
I have to ask about your fashion choice. These Cardinals robes, you look quite stunning, I might say.
Why, thank you. They are comfortable, and they are stylish, so why not?
You and Dom have matching robes. What's the scoop?
Oh, well, there's a few guys in here with some matching robes. However, they're extremely valuable, so I understand why a lot of guys aren't wearing them, so as not to get them soaking wet.
Okay, but they're valuable. You two decide to wear them and get them drenched in beer and champagne?
That's what I got it for, so this is when I'm going to wear it.
How's the beer holding up, or the beard holding up with all the beer and champagne?
A bit sticky, but I'll wash it up and shampoo it and conditioner and comb it out, and we should be good to go.
Rebs, this performance today by Jack Flaherty was absolutely dominant. No surprise he gets the ball in a deciding game 162. Your observation from watching him out there today?
The one thing I saw, and the very first time I saw him pitch in the minor leagues to right now, is that he's a competitor and he's a champion, and every time he takes the ball, he's trying to get outs, and he did it again today, and it was great.
Last one for you, Brebs. We'll get you back over there and celebrate with your matching bathrobe, buddy. But this team went through a lot this season, but the hope of winning the division amongst you all, that hope never wavered, and you guys locked that down today. How gratifying is that to do that, not only game 162 here at home?
It's extremely gratifying. I mean, we love a little bit of adversity, and we love winning, and we got to do that today on our home turf in front of some great fans. That's good.
Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thanks so much. You too.
Are we live on your feed right now?
Yeah.
All right, so we're live here and we're look live here. Say hi, everybody. Don't show the number, though. What's the feeling like?
I feel great. I feel so happy, and I believe that we can make it the playoffs. And right now, we're going to the World Series.
Are you proud of this ball club, the way they were able to fight through a lot of stuff and win the Central title?
Yeah, last night we went trying to compete, because we're trying to win, but right now this is the game. This is the game. Thank God for every team, but today we got the game.
Yadi, can we grab you real quick? Yadi, how proud are you How proud are you of this ball club?
So proud. I mean, we got the heart. I say this line with the hockey team, with the blue team. We got the heart. We work so hard and since spring training, and we the division champions, so we're happy.
Does this guy get enough credit? Because Hicks goes down with an injury. He steps in and is one of the top guys in terms of saves in all of baseball since then.
This guy is unbelievable. He got no afraid to pitch, and I want any day on the mound because he got the heart, he got the balls, and right now he's been proving that.
The way this team bounces back, not only from a start where they were playing around 500, but then we saw late in games, even when they were behind, they would find a way to come back. Where does that come from?
You know what? I mean, I don't know. We just keep playing the game. We play hard. We play the baseball game. I mean, obviously, we got the talent, and we prove it. We prove it. We're the division champion.
I'm going to tempt fate. You don't like to talk about yourself, but you're not getting older. You're getting better. Do you feel, I mean, do you feel like you're just scratching the surface now where you are because you've had a long season and you're playing some of your best baseball?
I'm 37. I feel like 27, so I'm happy for that. I feel young. This is never get old. I'm happy to be in the position. Right now, this is the first step. I'm concentrating the World Series, try to win it. I'm happy right now. So.
Last thing, how good is Jack Flaherty?
Our ace, Cy Young guy. That's all I'm going to say. This is a Cy Young guy.
Thank you, Yadi.
All right, Yadi, Jimmy, thanks so much. All right, been there, done that. Most postseason games by active players right now. There's some little Cardinal familiarity there. And, of course, Yadi on top at 89. I circle back to when we were just talking at the beginning of this segment, Rick. great to see Yachty, great to see Waino back in the postseason after their incredible careers that are still rolling on.
Oh, you're not kidding. Listen, these two have been together forever, it seems like, but to see them get in there in this year, because you never know when it could be anyone's last year, is a huge deal. And here you see Yadier Molina with 89 postseason games. Like, come on, this is a guy that pays attention to everything always around him, especially on the field. It's like he has a 360 view instead of what's in front of him. So you talk about the experience added with what he knows about the game and how he handles everyone. That's big time.
He just looks right with champagne dripping off him, too, yes. Right? Like he's done that a time or two, as you saw on the graphic. No, it is great. And look, you saw in spring training, Yadier Molina, like, had a renewed vigor. Like, he was so excited, so happy for the season. And maybe it was because of this group, like how special, you know, as they've talked about, this group has been collectively. It's great to see this. From spring training, from hopes and dreams to actually seeing it. Fellas, I mean, this is what it's all about.
The new...
I wish. There's rules here, apparently. We asked. Yeah.
The new age, we have Carlos Martinez actually showing on his, I'm assuming, Instagram, of Jim interviewing him. That's got to be a first. I don't think I've seen that before.
I haven't either. No. I got a feeling he's probably going to have to buy a new phone at some point, too, because somebody's going to spray. You know, it is what it is. You know, that's well worth the footage of something like that.
That means everyone else is getting better footage than we are, quicker. What's going on?
I don't think so. We got more coming up as we continue on the celebration of the Cardinals Central Division Championship on Missouri Lottery Cardinals Live on Fox Sports Midwest. What do you mean they got a bag once more?
Play gives back to schools across Missouri, so play it forward with the Missouri Lottery.
Well, there's no doubt over the 20-plus years that the DeWitts have taken over the reins of this Cardinal organization, there's been a lot, and I mean a whole lot of winning baseball, including a Central Division championship in 2019. Let's get right back across the street, Cardinal Clubhouse. Jim Hayes is with Bill DeWitt Jr. and Bill DeWitt III. Jimmy?
Right. Of course, that's your fault, Cat.
Well, get him back here, but... Just what I was talking about, he said the team's at 500 at one point. Just your thoughts on what they were able to accomplish to get back to this point.
Well, to be honest, it kind of reminds me of the Blues season where they came together, they played really good baseball, and the thing about it was resiliency. They would lose a tough game, they'd come back and win 3. You know, Adam, this guy was unbelievable in September.
So your son was talking about resiliency. I think that's where we left off. First off, the fact that they got you real bad, are you going to blame me for that?
I think so.
All right, bye-bye. I'm out of here.
But you know, when it happened, I knew it was Waino.
Yeah, because he's a leader.
So he's been around long enough, he knows he can pull it off.
The way this team was able to battle through.
Yeah, I mean, they really did. And, you know, we had some streaks there where we struggled, but we always came back. And when we had to win, we won. And you know, 91 wins, pretty strong in this division that we're in. So, you know, really excited.
And I know you guys, especially you, I know you look on social media once in a while, not so much you, but you knew your fan base was itching to get back into the playoffs, right? That was the goal for you guys, to get your fans and your team back in the
Yeah, I mean, you go 3 years and it's you know, it's time. You feel like, you know, you miss that. You miss days like this. And, fan base was a little antsy, and these guys delivered. I mean, the resiliency and the heart, and it took 162, but they got there.
Now, did you know that this team would be at this point here, or were there doubts in your mind along the way?
Well, baseball is a fickle game, right? I mean, there's streaks and peaks and valleys, and but I knew we were good enough to be here. That was the key thing. So if we played up to our expectations, I felt like we would be here.
Gentlemen, thanks for the time. And again, this mic brought the attention and the dousing, not me personally. Thank you.
All right, Jimmy, thanks so much. As we see more of the celebration, and as we alluded to in the last segment.
I can't believe he's got his shirt off. My goodness.
Oh, what a shocking development.
Uh-oh. Somebody ripped it, wasn't it him?
O'Neal lost his shirt, but look, this is a new celebration for a lot of guys, as we showed you in the last segment. There are a lot of guys on this Cardinal Ball Club that have not witnessed this as major leaguers.
Well, these guys have been playing baseball their whole lives,
Sure.
all right? But you don't know what it's all about until you do that for the first time. Until, like, you actually realize what you're playing for is that championship. And each celebration, Rick, as you know, man, each one gets better and better. And you feel it. You get closer doing that one time makes you want to do that every single season.
Yeah, not only that, but for the city, I think you understand the moment and how everybody's into it. I mean, you feel it the first moment you get here when you're minor leagues. People know who you are when you're with this organization. The fans do. So to come here, do it at home, to have this happen, all of a sudden you have the gravity of it hit you, of what's going on. Everybody's involved. It is a huge moment.
All right, guys, no surprise here. Our Mid-America Chevy Dealer Player of the Game, and he's been the player of the game, well, pretty much through the second half of the season.
Every fifth day.
Jack Flaherty has done the job. There you see the MLB ranks since 1920, minimum of 12 starts. This is all-time. Like Danny's mentioned towards the end of the broadcast and towards the end of his start, Jack, this is history. This isn't Cardinal history. This is Major League history.
You guys know what that means for a ball club. When you have somebody that you know, when they take the ball, it's win day. Like, you are going to win. That's how they feel behind Jack Flaherty.
Unfair is the word we used earlier in the pregame, and I'm going to stick with it. When you watch his stuff, as a hitter, you're just thinking, this isn't fair. It's not supposed to have that stuff.
All right, guys, let's go back to the clubhouse right now. Our own Erica Weston is with the Jack Flaherty.
Jack, first of all, congratulations. You pitched an absolute gem today. National League Central Division champs for the first time since 2015. I'm sure that sounds pretty good.
That sounds unbelievable right now. I mean, just the emotion in the air, everything that everybody got going on. Man, that's something we talk about. Doing that from the beginning, from day one, feeling this, having this emotion, having this feeling right now. Yeah, it's awesome.
How encouraging was it that your manager decided to give you the ball today? It's deciding game 162.
We knew what it was going to be. We knew it was a lot of emotion. We got another chance today to take care of business, and we were going to do it. So that's what we did.
Last one for you, Jack. When you look back on everything that this team went through, this ball club this season, and now you're Central Division champs, how do you put it into words?
You can't put it into words. You can't put it into words. It's just unbelievable. It's awesome. I can't even say nothing. It feels so good. Quickly, Mom, I love you. Can't wait to see you. And then I got two very close people having a wedding today. So Candace, Robert, you guys see this. Love you guys. Happy wedding.
Congratulations, Jack.
Always love.
Awesome as we continue to see the celebration of the Cardinals, Central Division champions, as they claim the title on game 162 with their commanding 9-0 win over the Cubs in the final game of 2019 as we prepare for postseason baseball in St. Louis for the first time since 2015. All right, most strikeouts by a Cardinal in a single season. Jack Flaherty this year winds up with 231, and then there's some guy named Gibson. He must have been pretty good here, BT.
Is that good? Is that good to get on a list with Bob Gibson when it comes to strikeouts to be the most dominant pitcher? They had to change the rules because of Bob Gibson, and Jack Flaherty's doing his thing. You know what's impressive? We talked about it in the pregame. Jack striking out all these guys and still figuring out ways to be efficient. This ball game today threw 69 pitches in 7 innings, still gets his punch-outs. He's attacking with everything. He gets to 2 strikes quick and then just buries hitters.
No, you're exactly right with his stuff. He's going right after guys. We mentioned this earlier. The Cubs hitters told us yesterday that they just cannot recognize the slider because it's coming out of the exact same tunnel as the fastball. So when they're getting ready to hit, it looks like the fastball. Jack's ability to control the fastball on both sides of the plate, not only that, but all 4 corners of the zone is what makes him so deadly.
Well, we mentioned this during some of the conversations. The bench mafia going crazy in the Cardinal clubhouse. What can you say about those guys? BT coming off the bench and providing a spark, especially late games. Look at some of the comebacks, a lot of comebacks we had again in 2008.
I can say, first of all, they can dance, and they've showed that off. And look, you need that. You need guys that are, first of all, prepared to come into the game at any time, and each and every one of those guys are. But you have to have somebody boosting the bench and having that morale there and really taking their role, accepting it, and thriving. These guys have done just that, and I think they're having a tiny bit of fun doing so, Rick.
Now, I love the nickname, the Mafia, the Bench Mafia, because then it gives them ownership of it, right? And it makes them feel more a part of it. I know sometimes when you're not out there every single day playing every inning, it can make you feel like you're not a part of the team. But that nickname, the Bench Mafia, is bringing everybody together as one. We talked about it earlier. The culture that Mike Shildt is building, that the team has, it can go deep and it can take you farther into the postseason because everybody trusts each other.
We mentioned some of the young guys seeing their first postseason play. There's a veteran that's also seeing his first postseason play. I'm sure Marcell Ozuna is ecstatic as he's with our own Jim Hayes.
Hey, did you just dump a beer on John Mozeliak, the team president?
Yeah, I did it because, that was the guy that bring me here, and I'm be happy to be here and share that moment I never feeling. So I'm happy to be here, and let's go keep rolling.
Did you believe that the team could do this, could win the Central?
Yeah, for sure. We got a special team, especially with Uni. That's the most important. We got a bigger guys like Bueno, and then Yari, and most of those guys.
Yeah, I want to be in there. Hi. Okay.
And most of those guys that help. That's those guys that help. We kind of young talent, and we play good, no?
There were times where the offense is not clicking on all cylinders. Someone steps up like Tommy Edmonds. Yeah. How much of a lift have you got?
That's a guy that they always put the team on top and always be on base. That's a kind of player that likes to play. I love him, and I love the way that he does, and especially. Let's go, Carp.
You want to have a few more of these celebrations?
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna find a way that they get into the end and they're winning. That's what we're gonna do.
Go get them.
Thanks.
We winning. Guys, thanks so much. More of the Clubhouse celebration. The Cardinals 2019 Central Division champions on Fox Sports Midwest.
Top working. I don't really understand what that.
Yeah, it's a crop top. I mean, saw a couple of guys with their shirts on. You don't want to go that far, though, so here we are.
You're having a lot of fun, aren't you?
Absolutely. You know, these guys work their tails off all year. You know, everybody played a role, and no matter how big or how small, we're all here for a reason, so it's time to celebrate.
This ball club has been through a lot, and they never gave up. They never packed it in.
It's what we do, man. We're the Cardinals. You know, we just keep going. Doesn't matter if we're down 9 or up 9. Play the game's tight at all times, and, you know, we do our thing. It's how we roll.
Thanks, Tyler. I appreciate it.
Miles, 2019 NL Central Division champs, congratulations. This must be pretty incredible for you guys to celebrate in here today.
It's super exciting. We're having a lot of fun. We're just really going to enjoy ourselves and then get back to work in a few days here.
No matching bathrobe with Dominic Leone and John Brebbia?
No, that's a bullpen thing. The starters, we were looking into like a silk robe or something like that, but we let the bullpen have their robes, and maybe the starters will get something good for next year.
Instead, you rock the show chain. Nice touch.
Yeah, you know, I brought the rope chain over here a couple years ago, and we got some other guys on it right now. Gant, Wong, got some nice rope chains, so it's catching fire.
Locker room celebrations are unlike any other in Major League Baseball. This is quite a scene. Describe what this is like to be a part of.
It's like being a kid, almost like a water balloon fight. Just, you know, hanging out with your buds, celebrating a victory, and, you know, popping champagne.
This team went through a lot this season, but the hope within never wavered, winning the division. Just your thought about finally locking this up today, game 162.
You know, sometimes the best things take the most time. So we waited all the way to the very end, and makes it that much sweeter.
Congratulations, Miles.
Thank you very much.
More of the Cardinals celebration from their clubhouse. 2019 National League Central Division champions. All right, our Menards Big Money moment. The Cardinals getting set to take on the Braves. A little familiar with the two teams over the last 20-plus seasons when you see Cardinals sweeping back in '82, losing in 7 to the Braves in '96. Of course, we all remember the infield fly rule back in 2012. Cardinals Central Division champs. More on that. Let's go back view from the booth from Dan McLaughlin and Ricky Hort, guys.
Well, it is a Central Division championship for the St. Louis Cardinals. It took 162 games, but boy, it was worth the wait.
Oh my goodness, what a finish it was, and it was an emphatic win today. I mean, an emphatic win. The Cardinals hit right out of the gate. Jack Flaherty was what Jack Flaherty has been all year. Jack Flaherty really the team MVP in my mind, but Tommy Edman maybe on the offensive side. But really, you look at this Cardinal team, and again, one all-star on this team that was Paul DeYoung, and yet so many players made contributions in their way. Maybe the hardware comes at the end, not in the middle of the season. But really, what a great ending it was. So thankful to have been on this ride, and congratulations to all the Cardinal players, coaches, team personnel.
Well, it just ended, but I am curious your thoughts going into Thursday against the Atlanta Braves in this series matchup.
Well, in the 7 seconds that I thought about it, I would tell you that what you really have to watch out for is the Atlanta Braves starting staff. I mean, they've got a good staff, got a great lineup too. Freddie Freeman, Acuna Jr. They've got some real pop in their lineup for sure. But it's going to be fun. The Cardinals and Braves have a little history, and like it always is, you've got to have your starting pitchers do well, and you've got to have a sharp bullpen in the playoffs to win.
We will have post-game shows, a reminder, post-game shows after all the postseason games. So click on over to Fox Sports Midwest and get the home team coverage of Inside the Locker Room and Mike Schilt and so on and so forth. Let's put a bow on it here. Just your thoughts on this 2019 season.
Well, it's been great from beginning to end. As you say, it started on the backfields in Florida, in Jupiter, where, you know, we're looking at guys who are just kind of relaxed and starting out the season with no stress and no pressure. And it's you can't really read the whole book unless you're there from the beginning. So we've been there from the beginning. We just see how great this story has been, what the Cardinals have done. They've overcome some long and tough stretches offensively and just keep bouncing back. And I think a lot of credit should go to their manager for making that happen. And I look forward to watching him manage in postseason play.
It's going to be a lot of fun for Jim, Erica, Rick, our entire crew. I'm Dan. Thanks for being with us all season long. Time to celebrate. Cardinals win the Central Division. We send it back to you.
Let's show what we got there. Probably tastes pretty good, doesn't it?
Never gets old, brother.
This ball club, you guys, trade deadline, decided we think we have what we need to get us to where we want to go. It turns out you were right.
You know, I think a lot gets made of the trading deadline. As you know, and we've talked about this, there were a lot of things that we tried to do. And even though we weren't able to accomplish it, we still believed in the team we had. And needless to say, to be here at this moment, it's very gratifying and couldn't be more proud of this team.
Cardinal fans were hungry for the Cardinals to get back in the playoffs. And I would tell people, well, I can tell you the guys over in the office there are pretty hungry too. Just a feeling to get back to where you guys usually are in the postseason.
Look, we're blessed with our fan base. And oh, whoa. Hey, Baby Shark. I won't forget that.
That was an Ozuna snipe, by the way.
So it was, you know, as I think of this club, though, and I reflect on what Mike Schilt and his staff did to keep this together and what they've been able to accomplish, it was a group effort, and it's a special group. And you were asking, like, did the front office want to get back to the postseason? Of course we did. You know, you think back to the 3 years we missed, we only played one game that didn't matter. And so it wasn't like we were tanking. But, you know, to get back in here and to be a part of this, and you take a lot of pride.
You mentioned Schilt. One of the things he said in the offseason that you guys have to do better as a team, run the bases better, play defense, and he made those improvements in a big way, didn't he?
Look, the narrative over the last few years has been something we've all talked about, right? And you touched on them. And I think he and his staff did a great job of addressing it. And then, of course, they also did other areas that we were successful in. So to see it all come together is something that we're all very happy about.
You also had some young guys step up. Flaherty, Dakota Hudson. I mean, you guys knew they were going to be really good pitchers. I don't know if you could imagine it would happen so soon and so dominantly at this point.
I mean, there was a lot of belief in what we were going to see out of Jack, and so to see his second half was really just amazing. So, you know, I think to watch him step up and become that true ace has been rewarding and needed.
Mo, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Jimmy Mo, thanks again. Here's the scheduled NLDS Cardinals in Atlanta, the first two games. And a reminder, we will have complete post-game coverage of every Cardinals playoff game right here on Fox Sports Midwest. All right, as we wrap it up, Rick Ankiel will start first with our final thoughts.
Doing what he does. Hey, Cardinals clinch it in 162, but it doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get in. The work is not done, so enjoy tonight, and let's get ready for the next series.
No doubt about it. I think that the Cardinals are built for October. The last 3 years haven't felt quite right. There's not the crisp in the air yet, but it's coming with October baseball. It's great to see these guys in it. Celebrate. Enjoy the moment. A lot of hard work that went into it top to bottom. Happy for these guys. Can't wait for the ride.
Folks, we will see you in the postseason on Thursday after Game 1 from Atlanta, right here on Fox Sports Midwest.